PSA before we get started. True Raw family, I saw you in there. Shout out to you. You know what I'm about to talk about. There's a short PSA I want to make real quick before we get started with the meat of the stream. I can't be on here too long, but I want to engage with you guys. Let's talk about black people and their hair. Now, our hair is a blessing. Our hair defies gravity. We even have a shirt that says that. Our hair don't get lice in it. I mean, it's just some great things about our hair. But the issue that we have historically and now, you have some Caucasians that feel that it's okay to touch your hair. Your hair is your personal space. No one needs to touch your hair, even if they want to compliment it. Because I'm letting you know, we don't want you touching our hair. We don't know where your hands been. We don't know if you got off the toilet, didn't wash your hands, and then now you come and trying to put your hands in our hair. We don't like that. Parents like myself that have daughters don't want to see your children touching my child's hair. I don't want to see it. I teach my child, don't touch anybody's hair. Don't touch anything that doesn't belong to you. Period. Now, this is what I have noticed within my 38 years of living. I've only seen black children's hair being touched, but not other groups' hair in relation to Caucasians. Now, it is a historical thing that back in the day, black people at one point in time used to be in human zoos. And when you had black people in human zoos, you even had a black woman by the name of Sarah Bartman, that she was basically in a human zoo and on display, and all these Caucasians would marvel at the body of Sarah Bartman. Research that to see what I'm talking about. It takes us back to that time period. We're not your dogs. I know some of you got dogs and cats at home or whatever you got. We're not that. Don't pet us. We don't want you touching us either. Well, because sometimes, especially some of the females, like to try to put their hands on black men, and just, you don't have to communicate with me by touching me. You're not going to loosen me up to talk with you. I'm not going to get off my defenses by you putting your hand on me. Don't do that. I don't put my hands on you. Black parents don't want you to tell your kids to put your hands on our kid. No, we spend a lot of time and money on hair products, and everything. We don't want nobody's hands in our children's hair. Take it how you want it, but everyone has a right, including you, to say, don't violate my personal space. Could you imagine a bunch of black people walking up to Caucasian women, especially black men, and say, oh, I like your hair, and touching it? They'll swear up and down we're raping them. So if you didn't want black people to just walk up to you touching your hair, or black children just touching your child's hair, and you're like, what are they doing? That would be strange to you. So we feel the same way. So could you please educate your children and yourself not to touch black people's hair? That's the only thing I'm saying, because black people are tired of it. It's even so much an issue that they had a black girl create a game called Hair Nah, and I actually played it today. I reached out to her to hopefully I can bring her on the show to talk about her game, because she went through so much of that of Caucasians trying to touch her hair. The game was fun. Basically, it's kind of like a 8-bit type Nintendo game almost back in the day. You choose the woman you want, choose the type of hair, and then all of a sudden you got all these like Caucasian hands trying to touch your hair, and then you got to sit there and keep swiping the hands. I don't know if y'all played the game, but it was funny. I said, that's crazy to play this kind of game, but if it's that bad that you're creating games to say, hey, stop touching black people's hair, then please stop touching black people's hair. It just... only thing I would say with that.